A sturdy chair, please put it on a mat. Or if you're on a carpet, obviously that's okay. If you're on a slippy floor, stand it on a mat or a towel. You've got no risk of that chair going anywhere. And today we're going to work with moderate weights, nothing too heavy. All right, so sit tall. Now, when you're on the chair, please make sure that your feet are flat to the floor. You're sitting upright. It's a great tool to give us feedback to make sure that we know when we might be out of alignment, okay? So sitting tall, sitting on both sit bones, feet flat to the floor. Arms long by your sides, and I want you just to start with a side bend. Could you reach to the floor? Come back to your center and away to the other side. Now, as you reach side to side, watch your sit bones don't lift. So, as I come over to my right, I want to stay super heavy under that left sit bone. Back center, and again up and over. So no matter where you go, the lower body stays quiet and you're getting that reach through your spine. Okay, to increase it, take your upper hand to the back of your head, come back up, windmill those arms. Up, lovely side bend, taking it to a bit more of a deeper stretch. Windmill those arms. Up and over. Whoever's just joined, would you be kind enough just to make sure you're on mute? Please for me, just as I'm recording. And come up. Let's do one more to each side. Up, stretch it away. And again, come up and over to this side. And come back to the center. Bring both arms out in front of you and rotate. Charlie's Angels, it's called. We're not supposed to make the sign of a gun because that's quite controversial and a little threatening, but we call it the Charlie's Angels. And away. Let your ribs rotate, knees stay still. And again, away. So equal weight under your sit bones as you rotate. Let's do a couple more to each side. Make sure your knees stay in line so you know that you're getting the rotation through your center. And we're going to do this one more time each way. Now, I like doing seated work because I think we can sometimes feel safer lifting weights. We know we feel safer and we
Sound's gone. Sound, no sound.
and back down. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Thank you very much. And again, reach up to the ceiling. Thank you. And back down. Let's go for 3 more, sitting tall. And again, reach. I was just saying, I like using seated work, gives us some variety as well. Familiar exercises, just changing how we do them. 2 more. Excuse me, sorry. Let's go for 1 more. Okay. Now this time, open your arms out wide. Let's go back to that spine twist. Rotate, hold. Back.
Gone again. No sound.
Again, you're going to have to make do with me shouting. This is obviously messing around. I'm sorry, I hope you can all hear me like this. Is this okay? Can you hear me okay? And away. Sorry for that. That's annoying. Maybe it hasn't charged properly. Now back to your center. Lift overhead. Open your arms as you turn away to side 1. Lift overhead, you come back to the center. Open your arms, turn away side 2. Check out that spine. Watch you're not arching your back. Lift up and open your arms, turn away. Lift up and open those arms, rotate. Let's do that one more time each way. Up and turn away. And one more here. Up and turn away. Lift to the ceiling. Now we're going to go into a seated dead bugs, which you know I love this one as a warm-up. Arms out in front of you. You're going to lift one knee and the opposite arm. And lower, but you don't lean back. One knee and the opposite arm. And lower. One knee, opposite arm. And lower. And again, watch you don't lean back. How about you add a leg extension? One knee and straighten. And lower. Opposite arm to leg and straighten. Bend in and low. Make sure you're not leaning back. Take that arm away and extend. My goodness me, don't you feel that belt around the middle working, yeah? Brilliant. And extend. Bend in. Let's do a couple more on each side. So straighten that leg if you can. Keep the knee bent if it's better for you today. And lift, extend. Nice work. Let's do that one more time each side. And lengthen. And return. One more here. And lengthen. Return. Woo. Okay. Roll out your shoulders. So exercise number one. We're going to have a bicep curl and stand up, sit down. So I'm going to start with your hands, palms facing in. Rotate as you curl up. Rotate back in as you curl down. Stand up, sit down. Times 10. Grab those weights, palms facing in. Let's go. So curl up and down. Stand tall and sit. Curl up, back down. Stand tall. Superb. And sit. Now, we're going to try and slow down the sitting down. Stand up and slow. Ooh. And curl up and down. Stand tall and slowly sit. Nice work. Curl up and down. Stand tall. Keep those knees tracking forward as you send your hips backward. Curl up and down. Drive it up. Super. And slowly. See, the weights help to stabilise us. So as we come back down to sitting, we've got that additional support in front of us. Slowly. Okay, and again, curl up and down and stand. Let's go 3 more. Slowly back down. 2 more here, well done. And stand tall, superb. And curl and lower, sorry, down, sorry. 1 more, curl up, back down, and stand, and slowly. Ooh, come back down. Nice work. Put the weights down for a little shimmy. Let me show you a new move here. You may choose to go a little bit lighter for this one. Feet go wide. You're going to bring your right arm inside, left arm to the outside. Right arm, we come into a cross-body curl. So you're going to bring your arm out in front, across the diagonal, lower, and then into a side bend. Okay, so feet are wide. And stand slightly more, so maybe you can see me more clearly. So feet are wide. The weight is inside the leg, like so. So right arm across the diagonal, and back down, and then into a side bend, and return. Across the diagonal. So it hits the triceps and the biceps. Side bend, back up, and across. Superb. When you go to your side bend, make sure it stays sideways. There's no rotation. Reach across. Good, good, good. And side bend. When your arm comes across, you can have a soft elbow, but try not to bend at your arm there. Over you go. Let's go. Now, when you go to your reach over, don't come off that sit bone that you're leaning away from. So, as we go into our side bend to the left, we're pressing the right sit bone down. 3 more. Reach across the diagonal. Super work. And over. 2 more across the diagonal. Well done. And reach over. 1 more. Cross the diagonal. Reach over. Come back up. And swap it over. Okay, so feet nice and wide, heels turned in, feet turned away. So opposite arm, are you ready? Sit tall, and when you go to your side bend, remember this sit bone stays heavy, it doesn't come with you. Watch those knees, they'll give you some feedback. Let's go. Across the diagonal, and then into a side bend. That's it, great. So the elbow is soft on the arm going across the body. It's not locked out straight, but you don't bend your elbow when you come across. So it's a diagonal serve. I think it's called a serve. Oh, feeling those waist muscles working here. Make sure your sit bones are glued into the seat. And as you reach into your side bend, press into the sit bone that you're reaching away from. Okay, 4. Well done. And side bend. Nice work. And 3. Great. Oh, I can really feel my obliques now, that's for sure. Couple more here. Super work. And over. Let's go one more time. And over and come back. Ooh, put the weight on the floor and let's just have a little stretch here. Arm overhead or arm by your side or hand to the back of your head, really doesn't matter. But just let's have a minute before we move on. So feel free to stand up, shake it out, grab some water. Okay, so we're going back. We're going back to our dead bug. Now, I would suggest you're a little bit lighter because your arms are staying from here to here. So you're not going to bring them back down. So if we were lying on our back, we'd be tabletop, wouldn't we, with our legs, with our arms and legs like so. So your arms are holding here, and then it's one alternate basically shoulder front raise with the opposite leg. So we did that as a warm-up, and we're going to be now doing it as an exercise. Option to extend, option to keep the knee bent. Watch, you're going to want to lean back. So just be careful with that. You're going for a total of 10. So obviously 5 on each side. So pick up your weights, sit tall, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. You want that length through your spine and bring both arms out in front of you. Now listen, if that really gets too much, of course come back down here. But see if you can hold it here. One arm, opposite leg, lift, lower, 10. 9. Remember, you've got the option of keeping your knee bent. 8. 7. Sit tall, watch your own lean back. 6. Feel the weight equally on both sit bones. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in lower. Great work. One more each side. Sit tall. Super. And 1. Oh, and bring it back home. Excellent work. Well done. So you remember in the warm-up, we were doing this. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to bring a weight into it. So you're going to take the heavier, if you have a choice, the heavier weight into this hand. You've got another sort of 45 seconds while I'm just chatting to you. Now, this hand comes to the back of the head. We reach over. Now, we've done some side bends already when we did our cross body, but now we're focusing on pulling away from the weight as we come back up. This sit bone is glued down. It's going to do its best to lift. Press this foot into the floor. So grab your weight. Go heavier if you have a choice. Go a little bit heavier. Feet are flat. Now, this makes it more challenging. So if you feel safer having this arm here, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, hand to the back of your head. Now press into this sit bone as you come over and pull against that weight. Up 10. Breathe in and breathe out as you pull up. 9. Breathe in over. Pull up. 8. And again. So lateral flexion, sideways bend of the spine. And strength through those waist muscles. So this is where you could afford to go heavier because the weight is close to your side. But obviously you need to feel safe through your centre to pull it back up. And again. Great work. We're going to go straight over to the side 2. There's 3. Equal weight. Press into that sit bone. And 2. Make sure your upper elbow points to the ceiling. It's not trying to tip forward. 1. Come back up. Pass the weight across. So this elbow, watch it's not closing in towards you, okay? Send this sit bone, this foot, into the floor. Let's go. Over and pull up. Breathe in and breathe out as you pull back up. And again. And breathe out as you pull back up. Great work. And pull away. Super. Let's go for another 5 here. Elbow right up towards the ceiling as you push into that sit bone to stabilize you. Press down into the foot that you're reaching away from. And 3, return. Well done. And 2, return. Fabulous. Let's go for 1. And relax. Okay, so again, you may want to just have a little bit of recovery. Feel free to jump up, have a shake out before we go into our next exercise. Now we're going to go into a weighted crunch. If you feel that having the weight doesn't work for you, then you're just going to have your hands in prayer pose like so, preacher pose. Otherwise, you are holding the weight and you're going to bring one knee in, crunch in towards it, and then sit tall and make sure you sit right up. The tendency is to sort of do this to stay here. So come right back up and then opposite knee and sit tall. Now make sure that your knee stays in line. It's not going cross body. There's no twisting. We've got plenty of that. We've done some. We've got more to come. Okay. A weight that you feel safe to hold. Option otherwise is to be like this. Not a problem. All right. Great. Really work at hinging through the hip. And I want you to be about trying to make your back round. So your knee to your forehead, but your forehead to knee. We're going to go for a total of 10, 5 on each side. Are you ready? So holding the weight in towards your chest and curl in. And then sit right back up and curl in. And again, sit tall. Breathe in as you crunch. Breathe out as you sit tall. Breathe in as you crunch. And again. Crunch in and sit tall. And again. 2 more on each side. Curl in and sit tall. Curl in and sit tall. 1 more on each side. And again. Oh, and relax. Put the weight down, please. Bring yourself up to standing, and we're going to use another exercise just to open up through the front of the body. So we've done quite a bit of this. Have a little shimmy. And what we're going to do, option 1, hands are here. Option 2, hands are here. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more challenging. And what we're doing is we're going for a single leg series. So you can imagine that from seated and crunching and being short here, I'm then lengthening and opening up. Now have a little bend in that standing leg, and we're doing all sorts of stuff here, okay? So hands onto the top of the chair, hands onto the seat. That one is up to you. So take your left leg out long, rest on your toes, and now bend your right knee. Left leg, lift, tap, 10, lift, tap. Each time you lift your leg, squeeze the buttock on the left side. Squeeze. 6. Great work. Right leg bent. Super. 4. Squeeze those abs. 3. 2. Lift and hold. Kick in and push out. 10. Kick in, push out. 9. 8. Squeeze that buttock left side. 7. Great. Don't let the knee collapse. Keep that knee high. 5. Bend in, push out. 4. Bend in, push out. 3. Good. 2. Well done. 1. Hold here. Pulse. 10. 9. 8. Hello, glutes. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring your foot to the floor and roll yourself back up. Okay, if you need a cut, if you need a little roll down before we go over to side 2, it's an option for you. All right, great. Make sure you've got that lovely strong connection through your center. Let's go. So, right leg out long, left knee bent. Are you ready? So lift, tap, and tap. Lift and tap. Push out of that foot as you take the leg away. Squeeze through the center. Make sure that you're pulling those abs in so you're not touching your back. 3, 2, 1. Lift and kick in and push out. How about you flex your foot? Push your heel away from you. Push out of the sole of your foot. Standing leg bent. Push away. Breathe in and breathe out. Push away. Let's do 5. Great work. 4. Lovely. 3. Watch you don't twist through the hips. Hips are square to the floor. 2. 1. Hold pulse. Push, push, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back in. Roll yourself up. Step away from the chair. Give yourself space. And roll down to the floor. And roll yourself back up. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Well done. Okay. Let me have a little look at my notes. Where are we going next? Hammer curl to lift and extend leg. Oh, yes. So, going back to some bicep curls, we're doing a hammer curl. So that means as if you were banging a nail in. Palm faces towards the midline like so. And we're going to add a leg extension. So, here we are again. Gosh, it's warm actually. Definitely going to have to sort this situation out. Whew, getting quite warm. All right, so I need to shuffle forward to give myself some space. Make sure sitting to your feet flat on the floor, both arms together, pulling up, lower down, and kick one leg straight out. Now, when your leg goes out, watch this, because that's what you're going to want to. Better that you're down here and upright rather than here. So if it means you take your leg out long and back in, absolutely fine. Okay, 5 on each side. Let's go. We curl up and down, extend. Curl up and down, extend. Great work. So palms facing in into our hammer curl. So it just affects where our upper arm sits. Okay, curl up. Halfway. And again, keep that leg out long. So for the last couple on each side, see if you get your leg just a fraction higher. Really load up through the front of the thigh and out long. Let's do one more on each side. Take that leg long, hinge in and curl. One more, out long, hinge in and curl and relax. Oh, my goodness me. Have a quick quad stretch. Just jump up off your chair or step up slowly if that suits you better. Grab one foot, use your band or your towel. Take hold of your foot and feel a stretch through the front of the thigh there. Well done. Just reading my notes. Okay. And then away to side 2. So holding onto your band, your towel, if you need to. Great. Okay, so we're going to bring in some rotation again. Now we're going for a shoulder press. So you may want to adapt the weight accordingly. So what we're going to do, let me show you again. Sit tall so your feet are flat. You're sitting upright. You're going to press your left arm away, pull it down, and then take your elbow across the diagonal and centre. Opposite side, and then across the diagonal. So lift heavy enough so you've got that challenge when you press, but not so heavy that you're compromising. You used to end up going a bit wonky when you go into your oblique twist, okay? So, are you ready? Let's take one arm. We push away, pull down, and then reach your elbow to the outside of that knee. Push away, pull down, and reach. Push away. Great work. Pull down and across the diagonal. Push away. Good, good, good. And across. Now make sure that you take your elbow to the other side. It's not just your legs coming across, but you're rotating your upper body. So take your elbow right away to the outside of that knee. And push. Get your ribs to rotate. reach across and push and get that spine twist and push, well done, and reach across the diagonal and press. Let's do that one more time on each side and press and across the diagonal. Last one, press and across the diagonal and pop those weights down. That's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one. Take one arm to the floor, one arm overhead, and let's have a little reach and stretch here. Okay. And up and over to the other side. Now, as you're having a little stretch, let me show you. For this one, you're going to turn around so that you're sideways on the chair, just so you've got freedom of movement. Going to work with one weight. Now we're adding a swing, so we're allowing for some momentum. Let me show you where we're going. So we're going to bring the weight forward, swing the arm back, it's a tiny pause, and then out in front. Swing back, little pause, and then out in front. So it's a pause at each side, okay? Weight comes forward, arms stay straight, swing it through and pause. Let's aim for 10. Feet flat on the floor, square through those sit bones, sitting tall. Take a breath. So bring your weight forward, arm goes back, reach forward. 10. Like a pendulum. 9. There's just that little pause each time. 8. 7. Squeeze into the back of the upper arm. 6. 5. 4. Well done. Oh, it hits the back of the arm, doesn't it? It hits the triceps. 3. 2. 1. Relax, let it go right away onto side 2. Gosh, it does hit the triceps good on that one. Though I say so myself, and whilst doing my research and thinking out what's going to work for us. Are you ready? Sit tall. Weight comes forward, reach back. 10. And 9, well done. And 8, little pause each time. And 7, great. 6. Breathe in as you reach back. Breathe out as it comes out in front. Don't forget a little pause. Last 3. Superb. And 2. And 1. And woo. Relax. Gosh, that got the blood pumping, got the heart pumping. One hand down behind you. Pull that elbow back and just go stretch into the back of your upper arm there. Well done. Feel free to jump and grab some water. Got just over a minute here, got about a minute and 30 before we move on. Okay. Just trying to read my own writing. Let's swap over. We've got a few new moves. So I've got some notes here. And I always do the same thing. Scribble away. And all I can see that my glass is just like, mess on the store. Just trying to identify the odd word. I still do stick men. That's how long ago I trained. I still draw little stick men to give you an idea of what we're doing. Okay, now we're going to go for a single weight. Let me show you before you choose how heavy you're going to go. We're going back to a knee raise here. Shove your bottom forward, so you've got free movement. You're going to bring your knee, lift your knee, pass the weight under, overhead, and can you swap here? And then down, same leg, pass under, over, and swap, and then needless to say, we change direction on the side too. Now, if you don't feel safe here, then what you'll do is you'll swap hands underneath, okay? But either which way, well, you can't do that, that's a silly thing to say. You've got to swap overhead, duh. Okay, you've got to swap it. If you don't feel safe here, then bring it down and pass it around in front, and then come up, bring it down and pass it in front. Little bit faffier, but if you don't trust yourself to pass overhead, bring it here, but do make sure you get that reach, okay? So let's start. Weight into one hand, staying just on this single leg here. So I'm going to lift, pass it under, reach over. And again, under. Now stay sitting tall. Reach over. So it's not a crunch. Under. And reach over. Great. Let's do one more here. Under. Reach over. Now, hold it here. We're going to go to the opposite leg and we're going to change direction. Are you ready? Under. Reach over. And again, try and keep those arms straight. And over. Reach under. And over. Can we do two more? Passing under. Reach over. Let's do that one more time. Under. Reach over. Hold. Can you hold the weight here? And we're going to do a little tricep extension. Lower down. Press up 10. 9. Well done. Lower down. 8. Great work. 7. Super. And 6. Fabulous. Last 5. And 4. Last 3. Elbows in narrow. Don't let them stick out. Last couple here. 2. And 1. Oh. Woo. Roll it out. Brilliant. Well done. Roll out those shoulders. Nice work, everybody. And just turn your head side to side. Okay, we've got one more move. And then we're going to have a good old stretch and, excuse me, and recover. So, you are very welcome to keep the shoes off for this one. You'll notice that I am. Okay, you are very welcome. We're not using weights. I'm so old school. I said this in the Friday class. I had it absolutely drilled into me that when you're lifting weights, you always wear trainers. But I can see out and about that that's not always the case anymore. Things have evolved. But anyway, there we are. Now, you're going to lean back, hold onto the chair, legs out long, and can you scissor? Now, you might think, no, I can't. In which case, you'll take one leg and you'll do half a dozen, bring it down and take the other leg. Now, we're going to do it in short spurts, okay? I'm going to try sort of 8 seconds, 10 seconds, have a breather, and then go back into it. Now, if you need to use the chair to support you, that's absolutely fine. And obviously, that's going to give you more support. If you want to stay free of the chair, then that's a greater challenge. Either way, get one or both legs out in front of you. Are you ready? Let's go. 10, 9, I said 8, didn't I? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and come back up. You might want to sit there, you might want to stand up, have a little shimmy, and we've got to do that again. So you're very welcome to use one leg up and down. Double legs is a little intense. They're quite heavy, aren't they? Are you ready? Round 2, take it away. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. I think we're ready for some stretch and recovery. Turn to the side, so you've got plenty of room, like so. Shuffle over, drop this knee towards the floor. Just turn around slightly so you can see me. Drop this knee to the floor so you can open up through the front of the hip. Got a good strong hold of the chair here. This knee is heavy, and if you wish to, bring this arm up just to increase that stretch and try and reach the ceiling with this hand as you press that lower knee down towards the floor and hold. Hold, really get heavy through the front of the hip there. Let's hold it. 5, 4, well done. 3, had a lot of load into the front of the hip, lots of hip flexor work. 1, relax. Now, same leg, bring that leg out in front, flex your foot, and just fold yourself forward. So you're going to feel it into your calf. Fold it forward and hold. About 10 seconds here. Now hold. And now point your toes and see If you can get your toes right down onto the floor, hinge forward. Another 10 seconds. Can you bring your chest a little further forward? And then for the last round, see if you can get your chest where it is and bring your toes back up towards you. Push your heel away, back into your calf. Well done. Pull those toes right up. 5, 4. Well done. 3, 2, 1. And gently come back up. Okay, let's go to side 2. All right. So make sure a good strong grip of the chair. Back knee, I suppose it's the back knee bent. Knees heavy, drop that knee down. Let that knee feel heavy. Watch them on leaning back and then bring this arm to the ceiling. The reason we're lifting the arm is because of where what's called the origin and the attachment. The attachment is where it ends up, front of the knee. Origin, where it originates, up at the front of the pelvis. So by lifting our arm, we're hitting both ends of the muscle. Okay, we're increasing that stretch. And just have a sense of letting your knee feel heavy. Let it just sort of draw itself down toward the floor. Okay, gently does it, coming back up and out of it. Bring your leg forward, hinge forward. Your foot is flexed. And you'll bring your chest over and down. Great work. About 10 seconds-ish, something like that. So we'll be here for a total of about 30 seconds. Now point your toes and try and get your toes right down to the floor as much as your ankle will allow. And maybe now you can hinge further forward, bring your chest a little further down. Another 5 or so here. Now stay where you are and put your toes back up and feel that stretch to the back of the lower leg. Right into your calf. Well done. And gently does it. Bring yourself all the way back up to seated. Okay. One arm across the chest. This hand takes hold of the upper arm. Now, if your elbow is bent, you've switched off. And we're trying to lengthen. So your arm should be straight and you gently press here. Gently pull this arm across. Try to stretch across sort of here. Okay. Now what you're going to do is this straight arm, press it against your hand into that resistance here. Then relax and you'll see you can take your arm a little bit further. So straight arm, press it into the hand that's holding it. Relax and take it a little further. One more time, press, relax and take it further still. Now let go and take that arm right the way back. Open through the front of the shoulder. And how far can you go without following it? So sort of think about pulling your ribs to the center and take your arm further and further. So now we're getting into the biceps. Head of the biceps right up into the armpit. And relax. Super. Side 2 then. So bring your arm across. You can have the elbows soft, but you don't want to bend it. Bring your hand to the top of the arm. Gently press into a resisting hand. Relax and see if you can take your arm a little further. Press against that resisting hand. Relax and take it further. We're going to do that one more time. And take your hand away. Open your arm, ribs stay to the center, and pull your arm back, 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 and really feel how you're lengthening through the front of the shoulder there, top of the chest, right the way back. And relax. Now interlink your fingers, take your arms out in front of you, bend your elbows, turn your hand palms away, and push out. So into a forearm and a wrist stretch. And lift up to the ceiling and into a side bend. And come back up and lower, bend around and push the backs of the hands away. And again, rotate away, Arms up and over to the opposite side. And come back up. And this time, bring your hands down. Now, if it's comfortable, if it's possible to, you can put your hands to the back of the chair. If that doesn't suit you, bring your hands here, either which way, okay? Pull against the chair and lift up through your chest. Put your shoulders right the way back. Otherwise, you're here. But either which way, lift up through your chest. Try and put your collarbones apart. And relax. Excuse me. Okay, come up to standing. Last but not least, let's just have a couple of roll downs. So feet are parallel, knees are soft, bend your knees if you need to. Little nod of your chin and forward, over and down. Just hang here for a breath or so. And roll yourself back up and stand tall. Let's do that one again. Little nod of your chin, forward, over and down. And roll all the way back up. And I want you just to turn and look over one shoulder. I think that went really fast. Looking at the clock, I don't know where the time went. The one went really quickly. Don't you agree? Hope you're thinking you must be joking. It dragged on forever. Okay. Just roll out your shoulders. Brilliant work, everyone. Shake it out. And we are done. Let me stop the recording.